I'm assuming we're live. Guys, welcome back to another Pepsi live stream. Today is going to be a fun one. We have a lot of lamb. Yesterday, I don't know if you saw the clips, we roasted an entire lamb for White Boy Rick to eat on the yak. He did not eat all of it. In fact, he left a lot left on the bone there. So we will be using that lamb and we'll be making gyros. Delicious, one of my favorite things to eat. It's a perfect time for that too. Lamb is in season. It's almost Easter time, so people are making lamb. I don't expect everyone to have a whole roasted lamb just on hand, so I'll get to the point of showing you how to make it if you don't have a leftover lamb lying around. But anyway, Rudy is here today. There he is. So look how excited he is to be here.
Hey!
Look at that. Rudy, welcome.
Stoked.
Welcome. You like gyros?
Yeah.
Do you have any of this lamb yesterday? Do you have any clips from this?
Yeah, I had it.
From the roast?
It was great.
We might have some clips. Maybe not. Oh, there we go. Yeah, yesterday was fun. I mean, this whole idea came about. I actually don't know how this idea came about, to be perfectly honest. Big Cat just texted me last week. He goes, "Can you cook a full lamb?" I said, I could probably figure that out. There we go. Yeah, look at that beast. So I had to track down a lamb. Shout out to Adam Meyer, chef at Bracero. He helped me get a lamb. I had no idea. I was like calling Costco, calling places. Nobody had any lambs. And then he was like, yo, from the clouds, I got a guy who can deliver a lamb. It came in time. We roasted a big spit roaster, and we were out there. We had Mincy and Rick helping early in the morning. Look at that thing. And we roasted a whole lamb, which was a lot of fun.
So that was all smoke?
No, I mean, yeah, it was from the, so you get the coals. Oh,
who's
look,
that? Who's that guy?
Who's that
cute, beautiful young man?
I don't know. Do we have audio? It was all from, so you have charcoal, and you were explaining charcoal for a good 15 minutes there.
I did talk about charcoal. I just learned about the charcoal is wood.
Yeah, it was just really slow cooked. It was at like a 250 degrees temperature, so you want the coals not to really be any flame, not to be burning. You want them white hot, just the ash, and then the residual heat from that is what cooks our lamb. It turned out really nice. I was very happy. It was the first lamb I've ever done by myself. I did one in France like years ago. But
so do you check that with a temperature poker?
A thermometer?
Yeah.
Yes. What do you mean? To check
Like, I was just curious, like when you're cooking something for that long, like how do you make sure it's cooked all the way through with that big of a piece of meat?
Temperature poker. I mean, the nice thing with doing a whole animal like this is like, if you were cooking just a leg of lamb, you want to cook it to like 150. But if you're doing a full roasted animal, you can go over and you want it to almost turn into like a pulled pork situation where it's just falling apart. So overcooking it was never a worry.
You used lighter fluid? They're saying that that's bad.
I used lighter fluid in the to get us. Yeah, I was running low. It's not good.
You didn't do it all natural?
You shouldn't use lighter fluid if you can avoid it. But I was in a bind. I was on a time crunch.
Not a real one. This guy.
Do you know charcoal used to be wood? Rudy did not actually know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Oh, was there sound? Was there audio in that? Yeah, that was Rudy's big revelation of yesterday. Anyway, so we have a ton of lamb left over. We're gonna make gyros.
Cool.
And I originally planned to make a pita bread from scratch. And I was really gung-ho about this. I was really excited. And I did two things wrong. Well, I messed it up. It was one of those days, you know, when nothing's really going right. Feel like you have two left feet. In
Common for me. I know that all too well.
Yeah, well, I felt like I had two left hands trying to make this bread. I had made it before, and I was whipping it together. I had the timing all right. And the first batch I made, you need it to be warm. You want the yeast to be activated, and for it to rise, you need it to be warm. In the warmest place I have in this kitchen, the oven wasn't on, so it wasn't above the oven like I normally would do. It's actually in the dishwasher. Our dishwasher, it gets very warm. But the problem is, I had it sitting in here on the dishwasher. Like, come here, feel this.
Yeah, okay.
See this? See, it's like perfectly fine. There's nothing, like, it's a very warm.
It's pretty fucking hot, yeah.
Very warm spot.
But that's gross.
It's not. That's not even the point of this. Anyway, I have it in the dishwasher, waiting for it to rise. I accidentally closed it because you just need it open.
You just overcooked it?
No, it starts to fill with water. I hear it go and I go, oh no, it's filling. So there's water.
You flooded your gyro?
Completely flooded it. So first batch, out the window. I look at the time, I go, you know what? We probably have time to make a second batch. Not paying attention, not looking, doing the measurements again. I made one of the dumbest mistakes to date. You're supposed to have 3/4 a cup of water. Okay, that's right here. That's this lower one. I was not paying attention. I was rushing. I was going fast. This goes to show if you're ever in a rush, things do not work out. Slow is smooth. Smooth is fast. I went to I went to a cup and a third. So I did like almost over. I don't know. My math is off. But
embarrassing.
Yeah. So it was this high, and I put the yeast in. I'm not paying. I put it in. And I go that's not coming together. That's not looking right. It's in the mixer. It's super wet. I'm like, that is not what the dough should look like.
This is why I don't cook.
That's not what the dough should look like. And then all of a sudden I look down at this, I go, oh my God, I completely mismeasured. I put way too much water into my dough, and now this is what we were left with. It's a catastrophe. Oh wow. Oh! Actually, it kind of rose a little bit more than I thought, but it's like it's soaking wet. This is not. It's a little too.
If this dough could talk, it would say, "Please kill me."
Yeah. No. So I messed up. You know what? We could actually just chuck this in the oven and see what happens, because it actually rose a little bit more than I expected. I didn't think it would activate that much.
Go Bob Ross. Happy accident.
So anyway, what do you do when things go wrong? You
cancel.
You can't. No, you can't cancel, Rudy.
Okay.
I in my back of my head, I was like, you know what? This whole thing is dumped. Just chuck it. But no, I just got pita bread delivered. So we have some.
Okay.
It's not homemade. Half this episode is going to be showing people how to make the dough. Very simple dough to make. Actually, you know what? Clearly not, because I messed it up twice in this process. My hands are all doughy now.
Is pita bread Greek?
Yeah, I think it's Greek. Yeah, it's Mediterranean, Middle Eastern.
Okay.
I mean, it's.
But gyro is Greek.
Gyro's Greek, but I think a couple people claim pita bread. I don't know
they get really touchy around there, like the Greeks and the Turks and the Italians. They get really touchy on inventions.
A lot of history there.
Baklava, like when I was in Turkey, they were all claiming.
I thought that was a Turk. Is that not a?
I think there's a lot of debate on whether the Greeks or the Turks are the baklava originators.
Interesting. Yeah, I think people. Please make Plav one day. Hopefully Jamal. That would be unreal. If I could get Jamal in here, if we could get him out of Tajikistan and into Chicago, that would be a hoot. We've actually, Donny and I have been talking. We've been trying to get him here. He applied for a visa, but he also applied for. He said he was here to hunt, and I think they instantly shut down your visa.
No one does that.
If you say I'm here to hunt, I don't think. I don't think they're gonna.
You gotta say.
Don't say you're hunting.
You gotta say something like I'm selling courses on how to be a better door-to-door salesman. They're like, oh yeah, drop shipping.
Just don't say Jamal. Next time you apply, don't say you're bringing a gun.
Or buy the gold card, dude.
What's the gold card? Is that a thing?
Yeah, that's like the thing that Trump's selling is the gold card.
See, I'm
5 mil.
I don't
5
know.
mil.
Anyway.
You're in VIP membership. It's like going to Coachella.
Okay. It's not like going to Coachella.
America's one big Coachella.
I'm trying to read the chat. Flood of the year. Yeah, so Rudy, they're saying you're a happy accident. He's my happy accident today.
Thank you. That's kind
you
of
know,
you. Yeah.
Whenever I'm having a rough day, Rudy always has a good energy.
Donny was a test tube baby.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, I ate my twin in the womb. All right. Anyway, so let's continue with
Why do you have small feet then?
It's a good. You know what? Good question. I don't know.
Tiny ass feet.
Small feet though, good at climbing quadrant movements. Anyway, so to make a gyro, if you don't have leftover lamb like me, what you can do is you can just get ground lamb from the grocery store. You can get it pretty much anywhere. It's like ground beef. It'll come in a packet, and you are just gonna cook it like you would almost taco seasoning. It'll be ground, or you can make you can roast a whole egg. But for this, we need shawarma seasoning, which all this is. You can buy it pre-made, but all that's in here is turmeric, cumin, some coriander, some allspice. It's a good blend. Smell that? It's very similar to taco seasoning, except there's no chili powder in it, and you have
two great words.
Turmeric.
Turmeric and cumin.
Turmeric and cumin are good. Yeah, nice
great
words.
words.
Nice words. So anyway,
just sound good.
We're gonna flavor the lamb with that. That is what's gonna give us the shawarma, the gyro flavor. So that's going in. We don't need too much. We're gonna use all of it. Rudy, if you want to give that a stir.
Okay.
And then we're gonna make
with this puppy.
Yeah, give a stir of that.
What is this thing?
Speculum? These are tongs. These are tongs.
Okay.
But to appease myself, just to see if this could have ever worked, I'm gonna say, you know what? Let's chuck some of that. Let's see what happens if we use some of that failed dough. This will be more of an experiment.
He's still trying.
Well, let's see if it works. I mean, otherwise I'm just gonna throw it away. So I might as well use it.
Now, if you had done something like this in Gordon Ramsay's church, would you have gotten the idiot sandwich treatment?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Except he would. You know what he would have done? He would have done idiot sandwich. You know what he would have said to you?
What?
Are you an idiot gyro?
There you go.
Yeah.
Would have been an idiot gyro. Yeah, that was no. That's just what happens when you rush.
Are you an idiot?
Rushing never.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot.
Rushing never works. So this is gonna be a little shorter of an episode because we're not doing the pita bread, but mark my words, we'll come back to that, and we will. Who's better at hockey? Well, Rudy played college hockey. I didn't. So.
Don't sell yourself short. You kind of played high school.
Okay. All right. I can. Rudy still hasn't scored on me ever, so.
That's not true.
Different positions.
Donnie's very good.
Different positions. Thank you, Rudy. This actually rose.
Compared to.
We're getting a lot nicer rise out of this than I had expected. So, it's just super wet. If we take it. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We're gonna chuck this in the oven.
You ever thought about combining the worlds of die trying with your cooking?
In what sense?
Like skydiving while making a panini?
I've tried to do something. This kind of feels like a pizza dough. No, I would love to cook on the edge of a mountain, or like do skydiving while making paninis is a little ridiculous, but it would be cool to combine the two. Yeah.
One of the biggest shits I ever took was on a mountain.
Really?
Yeah. I felt very like connected to nature.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah. Pikes Peak. I took a big dump. It's in Colorado Springs.
Nice.
Very beautiful peak.
No, it would be cool to do more outdoor cooking. That's like my favorite kind of channels to follow, are the guys that cook, cooking in the wilderness. So there's something very appealing about it. I don't know. We have some nice bubbles going on here. Something's gonna happen to this bread when we put it in the oven. Is it gonna be fantastic? No, but it might be edible. So we'll see. We're gonna see this one out.
You want me to shred this up, Jeff?
Yeah. You know what? You can shred that up a little bit.
Let me shred this for you.
Give that a shred. So this will chuck in the oven at 500 degrees. It kind of looks like a naan bread almost. I don't know, guys. We might not be completely in the woods. We might not be. Anything interesting from the chat there? All right, that's gonna go in the 500-degree oven, and we're just gonna kind of hope for the best and see what happens. If not, we have backup pita, so it's not the end of the world. Thoughts on Denver postseason, Rudy?
Are they asking about Denver Pioneers?
You know what? I don't know.
I assume they are. Or are they talking about the Avalanche? The Pioneers had a devastating loss in the conference championship to Western Michigan. They were up 3-0 in the third period and fucking blew it. But They were going to the tournament no matter what, and who they were playing and their seeding was pretty much already set in stone. So it's actually kind of good to lose that one because then you get like a nice little wake-up call right before the real big board games.
Here.
I think they're playing Providence. I mean, dude, you can never count them out. Like, they just win championships at an alarming rate.
Here, why don't you put that on there and just chop it?
Tied for the most national. If we get another one, we have the most national championships of any team.
You can put that on there and give it a rough chop.
Okay,
all right?
gotcha.
We're gonna make the tzatziki sauce. I'm sure.
Oh, this is cool.
So the sauce is.
Check this out.
Yeah, nice cleaver. You like that? The sauce is they're gonna be the star of the show now because we don't have the bread. But
is this hot?
Is what hot?
This.
No, it's not. It's not.
Okay.
I mean, it's warm, but
I can move this on here?
yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Now, what do you have to say to people that say you shouldn't use a plastic cutting board because we're gonna be eating all these microplastics?
Yeah, I mean.
What are you doing to me, dog?
You know what? You got me there. I'm sure it's not the healthiest, but.
Now, can you teach me a good method on this? Because I've always wanted to have cool
sure.
knife skills. Okay, got it.
We're doing this. We're
Okay.
doing that. We're just chopping it through.
Fuck yeah, I can do that.
That looks really good.
Yeah.
We're gonna try. That's delicious. The lamb is fantastic.
This is cool. It's fucking.
Yeah. Yep.
My
glad you're having fun,
bitch
man.
ex-wife. This would be good if you were going through a divorce.
Yeah, cooking. Yeah, you can release a lot of frustration through that. Go Broncos. Okay, so for the sauce, we got half cucumber. I'm using English cucumber because it's the skin's a little thinner. You don't have to worry about really peeling it, and there's less seeds. It's a little bit sweeter. So you can use either kind of cucumber, but if you have a traditional one, you're probably gonna want to peel it. We're gonna finally grate this into a bowl. And this is one of my favorite sauces. Are you a fan of tzatziki sauce?
Yes.
Very fresh.
I love cucumbers.
You do.
Yeah, I'll just eat cucumbers with a little bit of like a Italian dressing or even vinegar and balsamic just out of a bowl.
Really?
Love cucumbers.
I did not know
They're so
that
crisp
about
and
you.
refreshing. It's like eating water.
You ever put them on your eyes?
I never have, but I should try that.
I don't know if that's still a thing. Okay,
Dude,
so
it would feel so refreshing. Just like, hear me out.
Yeah.
But like a nice crisp cucumber, like right on your butthole.
Rudy, this is a cooking,
Like
this is a
post
cooking show.
poop.
Please.
Come on, dude.
Rudy, I've eaten. Sure, but is that what you want to think about?
theory,
We're about to
in
eat?
theory, you know
Look
that
at
would
how many
feel-
people have just left, dude. We just lost 1,000.
You're
people.
making that up.
We
You
lost
know
a-
that in
we
theory,
lost 1,000 people.
like separate yourself from the societal pressures. On paper, that would feel refreshing.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
Sure, on
If
paper.
it feels good on your eye.
Okay, we're gonna continue on. We're moving on. So we have our grated cucumber in here. You want a little liquid in there? That's fine. Yeah, this is a sauce too. I think someone just mentioned in the chat. The longer this sits, the better it is. So like the next day, this is gonna be great. This will keep for a few days. And all it is cucumber. We have some Greek yogurt right here. This is plain, no flavor in at all. Greek yogurt's gonna go in. And then you can put a splash of vinegar. I have a lemon. We're gonna use lemon for our acidity in this one.
What is yogurt?
What is yogurt?
Yes.
You have an interesting question every time. The process of making it?
Is it cheese?
No.
Is it milk?
It's milk. Yeah. Well, cheese and milk. They all come from milk. It all
Yeah,
starts.
yeah.
It all starts as milk, and then yogurt's actually not that hard to make. We could try to make it. I don't know like the exact science behind it, but it's pretty similar to making cheese. I actually don't know the process. I don't think it's that hard. I think yogurt's easier. Cheese is actually a lot easier than people make. Like making fresh mozzarella cheese is pretty easy. You just
My
get
brother-in-law used to make cheese.
milk, you separate the ways from the curds, and then you just strain it, and then you have fresh cheese. So I'm grating up some garlic right here. All right, keep chopping that. Perfect. You want to check on that bread? Why don't you open the oven there and see how the bread's doing?
Gotcha.
All right, garlic goes in.
It actually looks like a thing.
Does
looks
it?
like it's coming to life.
Oh my gosh! All right, we might be in business. We might be in business.
I'm gonna grab me a Pepsi.
Yeah, grab a Pepsi. Grab me one too. All right, and then Rudy, fresh dill, mint. You like mint?
Love
Smell this.
dill.
Smell this. Smell this.
Let me smell that dill though.
Smell the dill. Not bad, right?
God, I love the smell of dill.
All right, and then we're going in with a lot of fresh mint and a lot of fresh dill. This is what takes it to the next level. I mean, the sauce is already good, but I got rubber band problems here. There we go. Slow day. That looks fantastic.
Is this good?
Yeah, that looks perfect. Great job chopping it.
All right. Couple
So-
pieces left.
perfect. And then what do you like on your gyros? You like lettuce and tomato?
Yeah.
A little shaved onion on top, a little cheese.
I'm typically the works guy. Like
That's good.
when it comes to sandwiches, I'm a big sandwich guy.
Yep.
There's not much I don't like on a sandwich.
That's
Whatever is recommended, I just get the works.
That's nice to hear. So you're never like a take the pickles off, or I don't want this, never substitute.
No.
Good. I think that's the way it should be.
Also, very underrated.
More people should be like that.
Very underrated topping on a sandwich is cucumbers.
Really?
Yeah. I think it's like very nice
Well,
crunch.
that's like an English. That's like a tea time sandwich. You have your fresh cucumber, cream cheese, very simple little sandwich, cucumber sandwich. What are you doing? Yeah, it's the oven's at 500 degrees. All right. So for this sauce, we have yogurt, we have cucumber, we have some fresh dill, we have some fresh mint, we have lemon juice, and then some salt. And that's pretty much it. That's how easy this one is. We're gonna just roughly chop all of our herbs here, our dill and our mint. That's going in. Beautiful. And then the juice of a lemon, or you can use
GR Limitless.
you can use some white vinegar. What's that?
Nothing. I just said something funny.
Half a lemon goes in. Salt. I think that's chopped. Yeah, I think that's good.
Okay.
Why don't you check on the bread one more time?
All right.
Give this a mix. A little bit more salt.
It's rising.
You know what? That actually looks decent. I'm not.
Yeah, I think it needs a couple more minutes.
That actually doesn't look too bad. Okay. I'm gonna put the mint away. The lettuce we're gonna chop. I'm gonna put this. You know what? Let's put it down right here for now. Okay. So sauce is done. Why don't you give that a try? Tell me what you think. Here. Use a spoon. Use a spoon. Does it need anything? Salt. Needs a little olive oil. How is it?
A little more salt.
A little more salt?
I just always wanted to say that.
Does it actually need salt or not?
I think so. I don't know.
Do you want to know how you know if like something needs salt?
How?
You should barely should be to the point where you just kind of taste the salt. It shouldn't be like, oh, that's salty, but if it tastes like you can't taste any salt, it should be just at the point. So yeah, you're right. It does need more salt.
Nice.
Now use the back of the spoon.
That's another very classic chef movie trope and during the montage scene where they finally have figured out their differences and they're all cooking together and the head chef tastes the sauce and he's like, good. A little more salt next time though. A little more salt next time.
If someone's making something like that, you have to give them, even if it's perfect, I think they got to give you one little pointer.
Being the sauce guy would be cool.
It's a very hard job, saucier. It's a hard job.
I'm a saucier.
Okay, so check on the pita one more time. I'm gonna shred this lettuce.
Great knife skills.
Thank you, Rudy.
Oh, look at that.
And we have some really nice heirloom tomatoes right back there if you want to grab it.
Look at these things, man.
Yeah, those are nice.
Horrifying. I mean, I love tomatoes.
Tomato season.
Look at these. Look at these.
Those are great.
Freaks,
those
dude.
are really great. And then what you want to do?
One of God's ugliest creations.
If you're cutting a shallot, you want to peel it easily, cut both ends off, and then take it down and go just until it's all the way through, but not quite. So you're like this, and then you break it, and then look, and then you can peel it.
Nice.
Very easily. The peel comes right off.
I've seen Notorious Foodie do this.
The British guy?
Yeah.
He's really good. He's got really good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the easy way to peel a shallot.
He does like this thing where he like cuts it like this, and then.
Yeah, that's if you're doing like a fine dice or whatever. What we're doing here, we're gonna get a mandolin out. We're just gonna cut this super thin. So we're just go like this. And that's so you can lose a finger.
Oh, I got my brother one of those for Christmas. Is that the Korean thing?
I don't think the Koreans invented the mandolin, no.
The mandolin, yes.
Yeah.
I got my brother one, or he wanted a Korean one.
It's a nice instrument too, mandolin.
Yeah. It sounds like an instrument.
It is an instrument. The mandolin's an instrument. It's an old bluegrass instrument. It's like a little guitar. I think it has like 3, 4 strings. I don't know how many strings it has. That doesn't really matter. All right, Rudy, check on the bread one more time.
Okay. Oh yeah, we're cooking, baby.
How's it look?
Pretty brown.
Pretty brown. Take it out. It's probably done.
Take a look.
Yeah, that's overcooked. All right.
I don't know. That looks pretty good to me.
Honestly, for what we started with, that's not that's not half bad. It's definitely not right. It's a little too dense, but it's hot, so we're gonna use those. We're gonna pretend that they worked, but also we have.
Man, can you imagine being the first guy that made bread? That had to be such a rush. Like, wait till you see this shit.
They used to make bread in like you can make it in the sand.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Really?
You start a fire. This is a cool way of making bread. You start a fire,
Use
like in the sand, and then you dig a pit. You put the bread in there or whatever in the pit, cover it back up with sand, and put the coals over it, and it cooks like an oven. I mean, this is what we were supposed to make. This is what we were left with. Honestly, this might not be that bad, Rudy. This might not be as bad as I always in my head. I think I make things worse than they actually are.
God, the way that you just grabbed those knives in there gave me so much anxiety. He knocked over like 4 knives, and they were all pointed upwards, and he was just, he was not scared.
Dude, this is not bad. This is not
Worst
bad.
case, I feel like, is if the outside was somehow cooked and the inside was still.
I mean, it's not bad. It's a little doughy on the inside. Dude. All right, not as bad as I thought. Try this. Try a piece of that.
Ow.
It's hot.
Ooh, that's good. That's good. Good crunch.
Okay, not terrible, guys. Not terrible. But we'll warm this one up.
James, you'll be hearing from my lawyer.
All right, Rudy, now we're just going to assemble this. It's pretty easy.
Gyro, assemble!
So, take our pita, lettuce. Now it goes over to you. Goes over to the meat station. I'm gonna move this.
Want me to meat this puppy?
Yeah, throw some meat in there, please.
Do I just use my hands?
Yeah, your hand's clean. Here, use a, I don't know, use a spoon. You're eating it, so it doesn't really matter.
God, I'm so fucking bad at this, it's embarrassing. Like, everything I do in here, I look like a...
But
like I grew up in the woods.
I mean, this is what the interior should look like. This is what I was going for, but it's all right. Okay, lettuce.
How's that? Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fill that one up. We'll switch. We'll do a trade.
Okay.
Sauce this up. Rudy, success or failure, this is going to taste really good, and we're looking.
That means success.
I think so. And then we'll finish with some of those shredded shallots on top. So this, now I need a plate. So we want to reach down here. We're gonna make this thing look nice. Clean up a little bit. This is a kitchen's a disaster. Rudy,
That's
take
nice.
a bigger. This plate's good. All right, we got one right here.
I picked the plate wrong.
Okay. Nice sauce, and then we'll do a couple tomato slices then too.
Not yet, Dayton, but soon.
Perfect.
I was gonna say, I was a little worried you're gonna forget about the tomatoes.
No. Tomatoes are still coming. All right, and then gorgeous tomatoes.
Ugh.
What do you not want
No,
tomatoes?
I know it's gonna taste good, but they just look.
There's nice.
It makes sense that they didn't eat them for hundreds of years because they thought they were poisonous.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
That's the first I've ever heard that. I think that's something you just made up. There's no way.
I'm pretty sure that's true. I mean, unless it's an urban legend, but I think that for hundreds of years they didn't eat tomatoes because the assumption was that anything red was poisonous.
Where do you get most of your facts?
You know, the internet.
Okay, so that's what we're left with there. Let me clean up a little bit here.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right, which one do you want? Do you want the one that we made?
Yeah.
The bread that I made?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll try your
I'll
bread.
go for this one.
Fuck.
All right, there's the taste test.
Dude, you nailed the tzatziki.
The cheese are good. That was your.
Is it tzatziki or tzatziki?
I think it's tzatziki, but
Tzatziki?
what am I saying?
Oh, konnichiwa. That's good, dude. That's
it's
really good.
really good. Really good. You want to try one with this kind of bread?
Yeah.
That's a good bite right there.
Try
We
that.
can share.
Try your bread.
Try my bread.
Ooh, I think your bread's better.
Honestly, the bread did not come out as bad as
It has a better crunch to it.
the bread didn't come out half bad.
You can taste the
I'm
love.
not upset about it, honestly. But, of course, deserves a little Pepsi.
Hell yeah.
Gyros
That
and
tastes
Pepsi,
great.
zero sugar, go together like me and Rudy, all right? Mm-hmm. We have a bunch of leftover lamb now. I'm gonna make enough for the office. We're gonna feed whoever's still here. People still here? There's no
Dude, my
people here.
facial hair is so fucked up.
What do you mean?
I shaved and then I've just been letting it grow in. Why is it so much darker here?
That,
And then why is there
I
none?
don't-
Like, what is going
know.
on?
I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, guys,
That's crazy. What the fuck?
that was that's what I would do with leftover lamb. Thank you for watching. I apologize that the bread segment kind of went out the window.
But we got it. You
It
covered it.
I know, but then I didn't show the people how to make it. So I will. This is mine. This is a store-bought one. I'm not as disappointed as I thought I was going to be when we started out of how it was going to go. Yeah, very easy to make. You can also do this with chicken. This is very easy to do if you have chicken thighs. Put chicken thighs with shawarma seasoning on a sheet tray. Just dice up your thighs. Put some onions on there. Chuck them in the oven, and let that cook, and you'll be totally fine. If you don't like lamb, if you don't want to use lamb. Lamb is delicious though. It's one of my favorite proteins. I don't eat all the time, but when I do, icing on the cake. But really, it's all about the sauce. The sauce. If you make this fresh sauce, you can't go wrong. This will keep better. This will taste better tomorrow. And with that, there we go. Get a zoom in on the sauce.
You can't leave well hung Phil hanging. He gave you $5.
Oh my! I didn't even see that. Why don't you make Irish food for St. Patrick's Day? Do you hate my people?
He
I
does, he told
don't.
me.
I don't. I did a corned beef. I've done a corned beef episode, and this is not my favorite thing to eat. If we're gonna be completely honest, I love the Irish, but I wouldn't say that their cuisine is. You know what? I'm not gonna say that because Will, you give me $5, so I appreciate it. But the cuisine of Ireland, it could be better. It could be better. Maybe we'll do a playoff. Maybe we'll do like a pot pie or something. But corned beef. I'm trying to even think what other Irish dishes there are that come to mind. Potatoes.
Is Nash, G-N-A-S?
I don't know that. Ganache? Nash? I don't know. I don't know about that. We SB. That's a good one. All right, guys. Thank you for this. We'll be back next week, and then we have an entire new live programming coming up. After next week will be the last one of, I guess we'll call this season 1. Season 2, a completely new design. We're going to be cooking together. We're going to be cooking around dinner time. It'll be much more interactive. But guys, thank you for joining us today. That was a lamb shawarma, lamb gyro. Whoops, they can interchange the words. Guys, we'll see you next time. Cheers.